Hi everyone, please come to a comfortable seated position on your mats and bring your hands into prayer. So you can see from above me that the theme of today's class is gratitude. So I want you to close your eyes for a few moments and just take some lovely long, slow, deep breaths in and just think of all the things that you have to be grateful for. They say gratitude is the highest form of yoga because it encompasses so much. It encompasses love, compassion, healing. So when we are grateful, we open ourselves up to a whole way of being. And in yoga, we want to encompass, we want to be the frequency. So we want to become the frequency of gratitude. We don't just want to say thank you. We actually want to be the thank you. We want to be that sense of gratitude. And when you open yourself up to gratitude and you become that frequency, you resonate in the frequency of gratitude and you draw into you more things to be grateful for. So just take a few moments in gratitude before we begin the class. And just think of all the wonderful things that you have to be grateful for. And often the small things that we are grateful for, we realize later in life are big things. So there is so much in our lives. So today we're just going to spend it in gratitude. And as we come into this space, we come into the space of gratitude for our yoga practice. And that is the theme of today's class, gratitude for this ancient, beautiful tradition that gives us so much. And gratitude to ourselves also for showing up on our mats and doing the practice. So bow your heads to your hearts and just surrender into being gratitude. Each pose we're going to be grateful for, each movement we're going to be grateful for, and we're going to open up the world and the frequency of gratitude for ourselves. And slowly release, bring your hands onto your knees, and let's start simply. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, squeeze and round. And just feel how wonderful it feels. So when you encompass gratitude, you also think, oh, this is so nice. So bringing that awareness, somebody's not muted. Can you please check yourselves, guys? Inhale, come forward. Somebody's not muted in my Zoom class. Come back. Inhale, come forward. Just double check for me, please, guys, because I can't do it. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. Inhale, come forward and stretch your palms forward. Take a lovely big stretch here. And then pushing your hips back into the earth, feel your spine. And feel how amazing your spine is. So really go deeply into your spine and feel that length of your spine and how amazing your spine is, all the way from the Muladhara chakra all the way up to the crown chakra, Sahasrara. And how does it feel? How does the energy moving up and down your spine feel? Let's take a little walk around to the left. Lift your torso up and stretch. Stretch through the entire right side. And again, just have this wonderful feeling of lengthening your spine. So using gentle bandhas, lift the perineum, lift the belly. Crown of the head is lengthening. And feel this wonderful sense of stretch through your body. Come back through to center again. Stretch forward. And over to the other side. Lift and stretch yourself over your right leg. Push your left hip into the floor. Now you might be getting sensations, and often we fight the sensations of the body. Today, instead of fighting the sensations of the body, let's be grateful for the sensations of the body. Lifting the belly up towards the heart and feeling that maybe through the side of the left hip. Be grateful, because this is the spaces where we can go deeper into our body and we can find more little niches, nuances, awakenings, awarenesses, and come back forward again and stretch. So yoga brings you into a consciousness, an awareness, a mindfulness. And when you incorporate that mindfulness with gratitude, you go so much further. into just such a beautiful zone of awareness. Om Tat Sat, I am. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come back and sit nice and tall and feel. Feel the shifts in your body. Be grateful for those shifts. And then let's come onto our hands and knees. Palms underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale into your cat again. Exhale, chin to chest, squeeze and round. Inhale into cat. Exhale, squeeze and round. Inhale into cat. Tuck your toes under and push back into your very first down dog of the class. Now, you're going to be a little bit stiff. We haven't done anything much to release the tension in the legs. So bend your knees slightly. Be kind to yourself. Be very kind to yourself. And have a sense of just allowing yourself to be where you are. Being grateful for the position and also not forcing. You don't have to force into perfect posture right at the beginning. You can let those legs be a little bit bent. You can allow yourself the time that you need to open. Inhale, drop onto your knees, and exhale, take child's pose. Let's warm those hips up a little bit by doing some nice circles. So inhale up the right side, leading with your right shoulder, and exhale down the left. Moving in a stream of gratitude. So we're going to continue with this wonderful feeling of what the yoga brings to us, how the yoga does us. Really allowing yoga to do us. Keep the breath going, because the deeper the breath, the deeper into the whole practice you become. And then one last time in this direction and come back into child's pose. And going up the other side, so inhale up the left side and exhale down the right. Enjoy it. The more you enjoy the movements, the more in gratitude you are for the ability to be present on your mat and to do the movements, the more the movements are going to open up your whole inner world. And remember, my darlings, that the kingdom of God is within. So inside of you is all this beautiful awareness, this connection. Yoga is the union of yourself with yourself. And then come back into your child's pose and just feel, being grateful all the time throughout the practice. Inhale into cat, and let's see how our second down dog of the class feels. Slightly more open, notice that. The hips are feeling a little easier, the legs are feeling a little longer, the hamstrings are not feeling quite as tight. So we smile. How each pose and each time we come back into a pose, it opens up a little bit more for us. We notice that. Inhale, drop onto your knees. Exhale, take child's pose. Keeping your belly very, very, very firm, so using your bandhas. Inhale, hinge forward into cobra and lift your chest. Exhale, gently back into child's pose. Inhale into cobra, watch your lower back by using bandhas. Exhale, and don't force the cobra. Just let it be a hinging movement that simply is allowing your body to open. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for huge, we're looking for small, because remember, in gratitude for the small, you begin to realize that the little can be the miracles of life, the big. And then one last time. Tuck your toes under and push back into down dog. Okay, it's starting to feel a lot more open, a lot more aware. Breathe, connect, sense, feel. Inhale into plank. Exhale, push back into down dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, push back into down dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, push down, back into down dog. Inhale into plank and hold it. And be so grateful for the strength within you to hold yourself. So we thank our bodies for our strength, for our ability to hold ourselves in plank. Use your bandhas, breathe. Big inhale, exhale, drop your knees and take a child's pose. So we're not pushing today too much, we're just actually doing a kind of mid to gentle practice, sensing, feeling, connecting. Inhale into cat, and another day, another dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Push yourselves back into your down dog. Breathe into it, feel, connect. You're going to look towards your hands and you're going to step your left foot forward between your hands and come into a gentle lunge. First lunge of the class. So notice how the body feels. Always be grateful for the sensations in the body. They are your teachers. They are the spaces where you can make friends with the sensations and you can open up those spaces. Big inhale, exhale. Now you're not going to go too straight, guys, so don't panic. Some of you might, but most of us will have a bent knee. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. It's the beginning of the class. Later on your leg might be straight, so be gentle. And as you bend, inhale, bend and exhale, straighten, you're going to notice that the leg does open more. And then hold that straight. If your leg is not straight, bring your hands back a little bit, pull your left hip back, your right hip forward, and just allow the gentle stretch to happen. Breathe into it. Sense, feel, go deeper. Appreciate the sensations at the back of your leg. It's your body's way of opening. It's your body's way of releasing tension. It's your body's way of allowing those meridians to flow. It's the practice that allows us this flow in our lives. Come back to center and take your down dog. Breathe. Feel, connect, and then we're going to come forward with the right foot. And then come into the lunge, and we're going to just be here in the lunge. Back foot is pushing back, crown of head is going forward. A lunge is a wonderful thing. It opens up our psoas muscle, it releases our hips. If you stretch really nicely in that left leg, you're going to feel a big stretch through the back of the leg and through the thigh, the quad. Here we go. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. And again, inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Hold the straight, pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Allow yourself to drape over your leg. No judgments. Gratitude does not have judgments. There are no judgments. There are observations, that's fine, but you observe in gratitude. If your leg is not straight, you're allowed not to be straight. It'll come straight when it needs to. You're just grateful for the fact that you can send the energy down that leg and open those meridians. So letting go of all judgments of your practice. There's no competition in yoga. You are doing and you're moving within yourself. You're going inward into yourself to find yourself. Bend, and one more time, the down dog. Seems like it's a class of down dog, so be grateful to down dog. It's an amazing pose. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. It brings you upside down. It turns your world upside down. It turns your chakras upside down. It creates space in your spine. It allows your chakras to open and stretch. Drop onto your knees. Child's pose with one palm on top of the other. And just resting the forehead on the palms and feeling, connecting, feeling. Feeling inside your body, going deeply inside your body, connecting into you. And then again, just smile. So nice. So nice to be in child's pose, to give yourself this moment, just to reflect. Maybe thoughts come in, or maybe things that you can think, oh, that's so nice that I have this in my life, or I have that in my life, or I have somebody in my life. Just so much in life to really look and say thank you to and for. So we incorporate, we become the frequency of gratitude. We are gratitude. Be the changes. So be the gratitude. Take your palms forward again, stretch. And we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. We're going to bring our right knee forward and we're going to sneak ourselves into pigeon. Stretch your left leg back behind you. Bring your hands on either side of your knee and then just rock yourself slowly from side to side. So you might be having some nice conversations and awarenesses in your hips. Be kind. Always. Gratitude is compassion as well. So have that sense of deep, deep compassion for yourselves. Especially for yourselves. We can easily find compassion for other people, but we struggle sometimes to find that compassion for ourselves. So find that compassion in your hips. Yeah, life throws us some whammies sometimes. And so we have to be kind to ourselves. And it's our yoga practice always that helps us through all the difficulties in life. If we never had our mat, I don't know, for me, how I would cope with life. So I'm very grateful to this practice, this ancient, beautiful science of yoga. Then come down onto your forearms. Be sure that your hips are even. Tuck your back toe under and push your back heel away from you. Find the space between the crown of the head and the heel. So there's a long stretch, a feeling of length happening all the way up through the body. Breathe into it. Forgive your hips and let them soften. Drop your knee, flatten your foot, and if you can, stretch your palms forward and allow your head to drop. If that's too much for you, you bring one palm on top of the other and place your forehead on your palms. So whichever feels good for you. And now just allow gravity. The Native Americans say that the Earth's gravity is her love for us because she wants to hold us close. So feel the sense of gravity. We have to be very grateful for gravity, guys, otherwise we would all be spinning off the planet. So just feel gravity. Feel your body sinking into gravity. Feel yourself releasing into Mother Earth. Feel this beautiful connection of yourself and the earth. So really allow your body to sink deeply into the earth. And then slowly come back. Lift up into a pigeon. Tuck your back toe under and push back into yet another down dog. Each time you come back into down dog, enjoy the sensations in the body. Enjoy that the poses before are opening the body to a greater degree so that you can feel and experience. Drop onto your knees and take your left knee forward to your wrist. Then just rock gently from side to side, softening, softening, softening. All the time softening, being compassionate with your bodies. Finding gentle bandhas as well. And then you can come down onto your forearms, tuck your back toe under and push your back heel away from you. It seems in this practice I'm getting the sensation that I've got to keep things very simple, no kind of fancy movements, just simple basic yoga that brings us back into this tradition as deeply as possible. So Ekapada Raja Kapotonasana, pigeon. Drop your back knee, flatten your back foot. Now again, where you feel comfortable, bringing your palms forward or putting one palm on top of the other and dropping your forehead onto your palms. Breathe into it, guys. Feel, again, have that sense of the earth drawing you down. So really let the earth draw you down. If your head can touch the floor, I'm not touching the floor because it muffles my voice, so I'm holding my head up. But if you can
drop your head to the floor. Then drop your head to the floor so that your whole third eye can melt into the earth. So really let your whole third eye melt into Mother Earth. And that's a beautiful sensation. And if you can't, then you put one palm on top of the other so that your head has something to rest on. And when you feel that, you're going to feel like a great release through the mind center as you connect the mind center into Mother Earth. A softening of those brain waves, those chitti. And then slowly come back, lift up into your pigeon, open your heart, tuck your back toe under and push back. Another day, another dog. Now the down dog is really feeling so nice, really so much more open. Down dog actually is like child's pose. It becomes a rest pose for us as we become more and more acquainted with it, as we learn to love it more, as we learn to really let it do us. Then you come into a triangle pose. So you're going to bring your left foot forward between your hands. You're going to flatten your back foot, and then you're gently going to cartwheel yourselves up. So we live in this three-dimensional world. We want to inhabit this three-dimensional world with so much gratitude and so much openness of heart. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, drop your hands. So I'm not looking for how far down you can come. Rather looking for the energy between your two palms. So that goes through your heart. So feel your heart opening. Really allow your heart to open completely and have this wonderful sense of inhabiting this three-dimensional world filled with an open heart. Look up towards your palm, breathe, hold it, and now let triangle do you. And fall in love with triangle and have a sensation of, wow, I'm so grateful for this pose. It gives me stability, it gives me openness, it opens my heart. There's a gentle twist in triangle. So much is happening inside of me. And the yogis say that if you hold this pose, you are actually engaging most of the little muscles in your body. So we're working the whole body. Breathe. Beautiful. Come into a tabletop and just hold tabletop for a moment, pulling that left hip back, that right hip forward, and then bringing your hands onto the floor. Take the front foot back into down dog. Breathe, guys. Inhale into plank. Hold it. Breathe. Be grateful for the strength. Exhale, knees, elbows in, chin and chest, flatten onto the floor. Inhale up into your cobra. Exhale, push back into down dog. I'm just going to change direction. You stay in down dog. Breathe into it. So, yay! God in His wisdom gave us two sides. So we have the other side to do. Smile. Bring your right foot forward between your hands. Flatten your left foot and cartwheel yourself up. Feel this nice big opening of triangle. Open your heart. So the feeling is from the heart through to the palms. Big inhale, come forward. Exhale, down. And inhabit the pose and let the pose do you. Opening into triangle, Trikonasana. Use gentle bandhas. Push this back hip as much back against an imaginary wall as possible. Squeeze a big ball between your legs. If your neck allows you, look up. Breathe into it. Keep belly nice and firm. Breathe. Enjoy. Allow. Be grateful. Come back. Come into your tabletop. Hold it. Pull right hip back, this time left hip forward. Now notice how your legs are opening. Notice how there's more energy moving down your legs. Bring your hands back and take yourself back into your down dog. Stretch it out.
Inhale into plank. Hold it. Breathe. On your next exhale, drop your knees, elbows in, chin and chest. Ashtanga Namaskar. 8 points on the floor. Flatten. Inhale into cobra. Open. Exhale, push back. Down dog. Stretch it out. So there's a sense of opening that happens in our bodies as we go through the poses. We're going to come into the wide-legged down dog pose. So whichever leg needs to come forward in order for you to swivel around and face your computer or your phone. Bring your hands forward and enjoy this position now. Feel yourself connected through the 4 points of your feet. So before you come anywhere, ground into your feet. In fact, do a little bounce into your feet. So you're feeling, bounce your knees and feel and push, bend your knees and push your feet into the earth. Then bring your palms forward, lift your 2 sit bones, let yourselves hang here and breathe. Really enjoy the position. So there's a tendency to let the weight go into the heels, bring it forward into the balls of the feet. Now as you come into this position and stay in this position, feel your palms rooted into the earth. Feel all 4 corners of your feet rooted into the earth. Have this connection to Mother Earth, this feeling. We live on this planet guide of Mother Earth. Feel yourself rooting through your feet and your palms into the earth, but then simultaneously feel yourself lifting up into the heavens. Breathe. We're going to leave the left palm forward and bring the right hand to the outside of the leg. Look underneath your armpit and twist. And just enjoy the twist. So you've got this lovely big open second chakra. Manifestation, abundance, va 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 boom, energy of second chakra. The mantra for second chakra is VAM. So it's this openness, this feeling of joy, this feeling of creation, creativity. And then you're twisting out anything that no longer serves you. So much is happening in each and every pose that we do. Just allow the poses to do you. Breathe. And then slowly come back. Place your palm onto the floor and twist to the other side. And smile. Gratitude involves, I think, a lot of smiling. Because gratitude makes you happy. Gratitude definitely makes you happy. So there's this feeling of, yeah, I like this pose. It's okay. It's doing me. It's opening me. Energy is flowing through me. Let it be even more, and let me feel a sense of happiness as I do this. Let me feel a sense of joy as I do this. Let me just simply enjoy. Just because. And then come back, bring your hands back again, and just feel that, it's so simple. It actually feels and sounds almost too simplistic, but that's truly what it is. Just being. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and create a beautiful tabletop. So you're getting a lot of lovely stretch here in your body. Heel toe your feet in just slightly, pigeon toe. Bring your elbows onto your knees and push those knees out to the side. Drop your tushy, lift your chest. So lengthen through the spine, and now as you lengthen through the spine and your feet are even on the floor, feel your hips and feel like you're really giving a lovely opening now through to those hips. So those hips are having such a beautiful expansion. And whenever we have expansion, we have openness, we have flow of energy. So feel that expansion, breathe into it, smile. And if it's intense, then smile even more. Big inhale, exhale, drop your head now
You can heel toe a little bit further out if you want to. Drop your head towards the floor. Take your hands either behind your legs or to the sides and take a lovely fan pose. Again, watch your weight. You want it even on all four corners. Bend your knees. Pull your torso closer towards that opening and then straighten your legs and let your head hang. It's a beautiful dangle of the spine. Each little vertebra is opening. It's like a little mini traction of the spine. Then if you want, you can take your hands and walk them behind you and feel as if you're pulling yourself through that opening. Watch again the weight. There's that tendency to lean backwards. Don't do that because then it won't let you move so thoroughly through your legs. So you can move more if you come slightly forward, the hinges more. Breathe. And then slowly release. Walk your hands back to your front foot. And take your down dog. Now guys, feel what's happened to your down dog since the beginning of your class. Wow, isn't it fantastic? There's so much more opening in my body. So much more feeling, so much more awareness. So much more to be grateful for. So much more to be grateful for. We can never find enough to be grateful for. There's so much. So you want to go into that abundance of gratitude. Be the abundance of gratitude. Drop onto your knees, cross your feet, and sit down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall and find your two sit bones. So again, I love second chakra opening poses because they really give you that sense of flowing with energy. Lift up and slowly bring yourself forward. Allow yourself just to stretch forward. Crown of the head coming forward, shoulders away from ears. And you can almost use this as a restorative pose. Feeling that you're just letting go completely and coming into the pose. And allowing the pose to restore you completely, just melting into it. Because there's so much opening here as you release and let go. And as you release, the deeper you release in your yoga, the more the body restores. The more the body says, oh yay, we're on vacation. Let me release. And as you release, what happens is your hormones and your serotonins and your oxytocin and all your beautiful hormones start releasing through you, because your body doesn't know the difference whether you're sitting by the ocean or you're just happy to be in a pose. So it begins to, all those feel-good hormones, it begins to release through you and to really restore your body. So feel the sense of restoration coming through you as you surrender. Breathe into it. And then very slowly come up. You might have made yourself a little bit dizzy. That's wonderful. Let's take our left leg out and our right foot in. Janu Sirsasana. Sit on both sit bones. Take your left hand to the outside of your knee and twist. Push down on your left hip as you twist. Bring your right hand behind you and really feel the twist. Lift up through the spine, through the Sushumna Nadi, and then gently twist. You're twisting here from left to right. Feel it. Keep pushing down on that left hip. Now keep this twist going. Really feel this twist, and then bring your left arm to the inside of your leg. Lift and open your heart. Bring your right arm up, open your chest some more, and bring it over, guys, over the back of your head. So if you're here, it's perfectly okay. Breathe into it now. Push your right hip back down again. Bring your left shoulder through your right shoulder back. Soften your face, smile, and find the pose doing you. So one of the teachings that I really keep saying is let yoga do you. We don't do yoga. Yes, we show up and we perform, but let the yoga do you. The deeper you can move into the practice and allow it to do you, the more your body opens, the more your body feels. So just let the practice, let the pose do you. Breathe into it. And then keeping low, bring your right rib cage through and lift your left rib cage. So it's a twist, guys. So before you go anywhere, lift the left rib cage and drop the right rib cage. That way you are bringing yourself over that leg and then just gently bring yourself down the leg. Breathe into it. Now see if you can find your two sit bones again. You might need to make a little adjustment. Breathe. And just be in gratitude. Be gratitude. Holding it. Allowing. One of the yamas is santosha, contentment. And gratitude brings you into contentment, because if you're grateful for everything, you're content. So contentment needs to be practiced, and not for any reason in our yoga practice. They tell us to practice contentment on the inhale and on the exhale. Another beautiful mantra is inhale love and exhale gratitude. Inhale love and exhale gratitude. While being so content. And smile and let yourself be. Give yourself this time. You're restoring your body. The longer you hold in this energy, the more you become. And then very slowly come up.
Help your knee. Come into a seated position and just feel. Close your eyes. Feel. Feel the practice. Allow the practice. We can't, as yogis, say what the practice does for us, because we're not able to put it into words. But we certainly can feel the shifts and the awarenesses, and we know that when we show up on our mat, I don't know, it somehow kind of makes life easier. It kind of makes life worthwhile. It makes you able to deal with often the very tough things that are going on in your life, the stories, the tough stories. We know we live in our three-dimensional world. We are going to have moments of deep suffering, and your mat is where you can find the answers deep within you, and they might not be mental or spoken answers. They might just be a deep inner knowing, and that's what we look for in our practice, and that's what our practice gives to us. And then slowly bring the right leg out and the left leg in. Take your right hand to your knee and twist. So often the words escape one because you can't put into words, but the feelings never ever do. So feel, 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 feel the pose. Push your right hip down, lift up through your spine and feel. Feel this beautiful twist. You're taking the body from right to left. Keep the right foot flexed, lift up nice and tall and feel. Really feel, get the awareness of feelings. And then slowly, keeping that twist, bring your right hand down, lift your chest. Now you're twisting, you're taking still the right side through to the left, or through up, bring the left arm up and over, and breathe into it. Push your left hip into the floor, so you find your two sit bones. And now be in the pose. Almost take yourself outside of yourself and visualize yourself in the pose. So as you are doing the pose, you're visualizing yourself in the pose, you're sensing the pose and you're sensing yourself. And then you're sensing what the pose is doing for you.
So you are in the space of Janusasana and you're allowing it to do you. Breathe. Push that heel away from you. Breathe deeper into it. The breath takes you deeper into the poses. So use the breath to go deeper. Now we're going to twist. So bringing your left rib cage down, your right rib cage. So feel as if you're taking the whole left side of your body round to the right. You then come over your leg. Watch your two sit bones, make the adjustments. Now breathe into the pose. Allow gravity to pull you down. Feel yourself sinking into the earth, but simultaneously kind of lifting up from the earth. Feel yourself in the position. Be the witness to yourself in the position. So you are both the witness and the witnessed, and the energy of witnessing. And that's what you want to be, the witnessing, the breathing. You're both the breather and the breathed, but you are the breath. Without the breath, you don't exist. You are the lover and the loved. Be the loving. So you want to be the frequency. Be the gratitude. Breathe. Takes you deeper. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come up. Take your knee, bend it, come back into your seated position, and take a moment, guys, just to feel. Notice. Alright, come onto your hands and knees, and come onto your bellies. As you come down into Mother Earth, feel your belly in the earth. Feel your thighs, feel all 10 toenails. Come bring yourself into Sphinx pose. So come onto your elbows. Curl your tailbone and lift your heart. So I brought you into Sphinx just to hold you here for a moment, to feel the heart space. So drop your awareness into your heart and allow your heart to open like a beautiful flower. And feel and appreciate this amazing energy of your own divine heart. It's where your Jiva Atman resides, your individual soul. So feel your heart. Take time and be grateful. Be so grateful for this beautiful heart of yours. And it's not, be grateful for your physical heart for sure, but it's your heart chakra, the space of pure unconditional love. The space of loving, the space of trust, being the trust, being the faith, the space of gratitude, feeling it from your heart. So really feel the heart. Now you can stay here or you can spread your palms forward, watch your back. You don't want to feel this in your lower back. So if you do come back into Sphinx, use your bandhas, lift your belly, lift your chest, and see if you can open your heart a little bit more. Breathe into it. And then very slowly drop down. Drop your forehead onto the floor, and then just roll your head from side to side, feeling that you're releasing all tension from the thinking brain. And then feel your heart connected into Mother Earth. So sink your heart into the earth. Sink it deeply into the earth. It's a wonderful feeling when your heartbeat and the heartbeat of Mother Earth resonate. 7.3 kilohertz. So when you do that, that's the best healing that you can get. We're going to move into a slightly bigger back bend. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and bring your elbows to your sides. Coming into Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose, where we rise from the earthly stories to face all adversities in love. Lift open, watch your back, loves. Really watch your back, use your bandhas, lift your chest. Breathe. Draw the belly up towards the heart, the perineum up towards the belly, the chest up towards the chin. Breathe. Now you've really got a big open heart.
Feel it, connect, and then slowly release yourself back down again, and let your head turn to the side, and let your heart melt into the earth. Take your palms by your sides, palms up, and feel Earth's gravity, and draw yourself into it, and feel a sense of contentment, santosha. Just because. We're going to do one more cobra pose. The snake energy in yoga is very, very important. It's the kundalini energy where we lift Shakti to Shiva, where we transform ourselves. Snakes shed their skin so that we are born anew every time. And so it's us releasing all the old, coming from the space of the heart, lifting that kundalini energy up and bringing ourselves into Shiva, bringing ourselves into the Purusha, bringing ourselves into the Absolute, into perfection, into consciousness, into awareness, into love as you rise up. Feel, breathe, use your bandhas, lift the chest. Breathe into it, my loves. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slowly, slowly, slowly release back down again. Let your heart melt. Turn your palms up. How much have you got to be grateful for? When you can open your heart and feel the beauty of Mother Earth and the connection of Mother Earth, how much have we got to be grateful for? And how can we become just pure gratitude? How much can we open this heart space and allow ourselves this beautiful energy of gratitude? You're going to bring your hands again by your shoulders, mini cobra, and then push up to a tabletop. It really feels that we should do this pose, Anahata Asana, the heart chakra asana. Bring your palms forward, stick your two sit bones up, drop your forehead to the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and release the heart into the earth. It's a pose of deep homage. It's a pose of deep surrender. It's a pose of completely letting go and into Mother Earth. So breathe and feel and appreciate. Big breaths. And appreciate you. Really appreciate you. So this pose is a very humbling pose. It's like allowing ourselves to completely say, here I am, Mother Earth, bowing down to you completely. Bowing down to Creator and bowing down to creation with an absolutely open heart that is resonating with Mother Earth. And then very, very, very slowly come up, cross your feet over and come to a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together again. Find your two sit bones, lift your chest, and now notice how much deeper you come into this pose because your heart is open. You can surrender a little bit more. So notice that. Lift your chest towards your chin, lift your belly towards your heart, and completely melt. If you can, bring your forehead onto your palms, beautiful. Or if not, make two little fists and put your forehead onto your fists. Or put one palm on top of the other and let your forehead release. Or if you can get your forehead into the heels of your feet, then whatever feels good. I want you to completely use it as a restorative pose and completely melt into it. Let yourselves go. Let yourselves melt. Let yourselves feel this flow of energy through you.
So when we teach children's classes, we actually call this pose butterfly. And when we go into full Baddha Konasana, where the heels are closer, we say fly like a butterfly. And the beautiful thing about a butterfly is the transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly. And our yoga poses, every single time we show up on the mat, with integrity, with awareness, with gratitude, with contentment, with love, our practice turns us into a butterfly. So feel yourself growing wings. Feel yourself transforming from the mundane, from the ordinary, into this beautiful space of being the butterfly. Because that is the gift of this practice of yoga. It transforms us. It takes us out of our mundane and brings us into the beauty of our soul. It connects us back to our essence. And for that we have to be so grateful to this amazing, incredible practice called yoga. And fall more and more in love with it each time we show up on our mats. And then very, very, very slowly come up. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. Sit up nice and tall. Take your palms, touch your thumbs and first fingers together. Lift up, and now take some lovely, long, beautiful, slow inhales and exhales. And this is how we began the practice, seated. And just coming into the space of gratitude. Thinking of all the things that we have to be grateful for. As we end our practice, notice how we have expanded that gratitude. Notice how you are, every pore of your being now is gratitude. All the awarenesses within you. And this creates all the shifts that have happened through the practice of yoga and through the practice of gratitude. So just breathe for a few moments and notice this expansion. Every day of our lives, we should pause and think and pray and bless everything that we have in our lives. Pray for it, bless it, be grateful for everything that we have. And to be grateful especially for our beautiful planet, for Creator and creation, and for the love that yoga allows us all to share, to know, to connect with. A pure, unconditional love. So feel that. Feel a sense that you've elevated your whole system. Om Tat Sat. I am. Allow your mouth to gently smile and feel your whole body radiating with this energy of love, gratitude, contentment, peace, connection. Hari Om Tat Sat. Salutations to all that I am. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your hands into prayer at your hearts. And I am always so grateful to each and every one of you in my lives for the beautiful energy that we share together and for this gift of yoga that we share together, for the love and for the friendship. Have a super wonderful day, everybody. Bow your heads to your hearts. Namaste.